Mrs. Bertels, I'm going to use my time as far as my superintendent's report to talk a little bit about the middle school. Certainly, I respect and appreciate all of the comments from the various parents who spoke with a great deal of passion regarding their feelings about the middle school, and certainly I share many of those comments. I started in this business a number of years ago in Alton. I was part of implementing the middle school approach in Alton 17 years ago when I came here as superintendent. I think some of the veterans who were there then would agree that I led and made several of the changes that we are talking about today. I am a proponent, a supporter of the middle school, evident by a number of years in being involved with this process. However, I'm a realist as well that over the last few years, we have cut $12 million from the budget. The last two meetings, the board members have been talking about attempting to find a $4 million shortfall, as revenue is currently $67 million, expenditures $71 million, and we have not received an increase from the state in the last 4 years, as well as locally the revenue has continued to decline there. Heard a lot of comments tonight, and again, with respect. But probably the most disappointed comments, and I have a great deal of respect for Linda Renter, outstanding classroom teacher. I would never question her abilities to teach in a classroom. But the picture that she painted tonight regarding our kids as superintendent of this district, one who has been in education for some 37 or 8 years, I don't agree with those comments, and I want to say it publicly. I disagree with those comments, and I would rather deal with the facts and not from an emotional point of view. There continues to be some discussion on the social media regarding the middle school teaming, and certainly, we've heard comments from we should be able to return to the entire teaming process, all kinds of schedules. And we've said all along that you cannot return to the middle school teaming concept unless you add back teachers. Now I hear a neutral approach, costs. But I want to look at some facts here as we go and leave this meeting tonight. Let's look at the public data collected and comparing grades. And I heard some comments about our kids not succeeding academically. Attendance, kids afraid to go to school. I've heard comments about bullying, discipline, even a student, a water bottle in the classroom, in the hallway, and I don't want to make light of that. If those are issues that are happening, and I think we have two very competent, concerning principals who would certainly address that. The information I'm going to present tonight, I sent it to all board members earlier this week. Last week, I'm sorry. All board members received this information last week. And I do have this information available to the press tonight. I will be also sending this information out to 5th grade parents whose kids will be 6th graders this fall, assuring them that we had a successful transition year. Not from an emotional point of view, but data-driven information. Before I present these data, I want to address the following question. Again, is it possible to keep teaming at the middle school without increasing costs? No, it is not possible. The district cannot keep teaming without reinstating the teaching positions that were cut this year. $500,000. Not a small amount of money when you're talking about this year, again, being faced with a $4 million shortfall. Middle school principals and central office staff reviewed alternative ways to deliver middle school instruction. These are the professionals. They've done an incredible job, and I stand behind the principals, central office people who have put in hours and hours, and certainly I have a background in that area and understand middle school but as well as anyone here. They found that teaming could not be implemented with the reduction of 10 teachers. With the current 2012-13 teaching schedule, teachers teach 52-minute periods, one 52-minute prep period. Students take 4 academic core subjects: language arts, science, social studies, and math. Some, but not all, students could be assigned to a team, which would be contrary to the district philosophy of providing consistency in quality and programming for students at each grade level. The board would need to hire teachers if this is going to occur. Number of core academic teachers needed for current schedule 2013-14, 50 teachers. Number of core academic teachers needed for a schedule with teams in 2013-14, 60 teachers. If we want to break it down by grade level, number of additional teachers needed, average cost $50,000. If you want to go 6th grade, you're going to add 3 teachers at a cost of $150,000. 7th grade, 5 teachers costed $250,000. 8th grade, 2 teachers costed $100,000. Can 2 teachers, i.e. science, math, be paired to teach the same group of students? No. Some students would be assigned the same 2 teachers for 2 subjects, but not all students could be scheduled this way. One of the best qualities, and I've been here 17 years, I've been here during the good times, I've been here during the bad times, and I would think that I know a little bit about this district as well. One of the best qualities of this school district is the consistency and quality of programming across all grade levels in all schools. Families can live anywhere in the school district and be assured that their children will receive the same education as students at the same grade level in other schools. That's what has made this district the district of choice. And I'm sure many of the people who spoke tonight, they moved here because of the district. While the district is not able to continue teaming at the middle school level, both middle schools continue to provide the structure and programming necessary to ease students' transition from elementary school to middle school and middle school to high school. That is the key right there, that transition. While not assigned to teams, 6th grade students continue to be housed in one section of the building for all academic classes. They eat lunch together, gather together prior to the beginning of school each morning, take exploratory and performing arts classes together. It is the job of the administrators in those buildings and the teaching staff to ensure that there is a smooth transition from primary K2 to intermediate 3-5, from intermediate to middle school 6-8, and from middle school to high school 9-12. And it's a job that our administrators take very seriously, as well as the teaching staff. Let's look at some data here. There were many statements made, and I'm going to say again, I disagree vehemently with the assertions made by Linda Grinter. However, I respect her as a teacher and would put my child in her classroom at any time in her teaching career. But Let's deal with the data here. Following is a comparison of data that includes student grades. You be the judge. Attendance, discipline data from 2011-12 and for 2012-13 school year for both Lincoln and Liberty Middle Schools. Let's take a look at the GPA. 6th grade, the overall, and you can see as you go through this, you're not going to see very much difference, virtually the same. For 6th grade, for 2011-12, 6th grade GPA was 3.41, 2012-13, 3.38, 7th grade, 3.24, 2012-13, 3.34, 8th grade, 3.27, 2011-12-13, 3.21. Attendance, 95%. In 2011-12, 12-13, 95% attendance. Oh, and oh, by the way, this is information that we just didn't come up with. This is information that we gather each year on our students. And most of it we send to the state and other places that track this type of data. Discipline as of May 21st, 2013. I heard something about, problems in the schools. Let's take a look. Discipline data include referrals for being unprepared for class, not dressing for PE, general misbehavior, bus conduct, tardies, unexcused absence. There was a significant reduction in discipline incidents with a decrease of 18% for 2012-13 7th grade middle school classes, and a reduction of 45% for the 2012-13 8th grade middle school. When comparing 2011-12 6th grade students to 2012-13 6th grade students, there was a reduction in discipline incidents of 5%. When comparing 2011-12 7th grade students to 2012-13 7th grade students, there was a 34% reduction in incidents. When comparing 2011-12 8th grade students to 2012-13 8th grade students, there was a decrease of 4%.